it is okay to walk away from an interview process. I'm Vanita. I'm the host of Laid Off to Lift Off, where people tell their layoff stories, where they are now, and inspiring advice to help others. When I was job hunting, I had this interview lined up with a pretty big company. I met with the hiring manager about a senior level role. I thought it went well, but I knew right off the bat, you can tell like within the first couple of seconds if you're going to work well with someone. I knew it wasn't the place for me. But after the interview, he said the recruiter will follow up on next steps. Fine. Then I get an email before the recruiter could get back to me saying, apply to this other job. It was a lower level job. I forwarded that email to the recruiter and said, this wasn't the job that I just interviewed for. It was this email sent to me by mistake. So that's a second red flag. The recruiting process was broken, a bad candidate experience, because now I'm questioning, why am I getting a random email to apply to another job? She's like, no, the hiring manager thought you would be better suited for this lower level role. Never once did he tell me this. So I'm like, no, thanks. In my head, but I was like, all right, I'm just gonna see how far this goes because I was unemployed and I needed a job. So I reapplied. Then she says, I'm gonna pivot this role to a different recruiter because she's the one working on it. Fine, I get it. The new recruiter emails me back and says, oh, I'll set up a phone interview with you. I'm like, why do I need a phone interview? You literally screened me for this other role. She's like, oh, it's just normal process. And I said, but this is the same hiring manager. I know it's the same hiring manager. Why do you need to rescreen me? I know these recruiting processes. I've helped recruiters build them. And right off the bat, this was a really bad experience because one, it was all this back and forth. It was a lot of confusion between the recruiters, not talking to each other. And I said, I respectfully withdraw from this process. That's all I said. Yes, I needed a job and I knew that I could do that job really well. But if it was going to be this messy and the hiring manager didn't tell me that he was considering me for a lower level role, I said, this is not the place for me. I can tell it's not going to be someplace that I want to be. So it is okay to respectfully withdraw from a process, even though you badly need a job. If the recruiting process is messy, if you have like a bad feeling about the interview process, that you're not going to vibe well with the potential manager, take it as a sign because you don't want to get into that job and be absolutely miserable. All this to say, it is okay to say no because something better will always come along.